Hello, everyone. It's Monday, November the 7th. I'm sure this is just, the way it works out over the weekend and everything, but we only have 2 additional deaths. It's too many, but the 3,535th death in West Virginia is a 48-year-old female from Kanawha County, and the 3,536th death in West Virginia is an 84-year-old male from Kanawha County. I'm sure that, over the weekend, sometimes, all the reportings, don't get in and everything, but nevertheless, it's too many. 7,536 people have lost their lives in West Virginia with this pandemic. Please keep them in your prayers. Please, if you know them, reach out and call them, go see them. Don't let them be alone. Whatever you do, don't let their loved ones be alone. Active cases, 926 in West Virginia, 588 new positive cases. Daily positivity rate at 4.15. That's really down. Our cumulative rate at 8.55. Recovered cases a little over 601,000. 162 people hospitalized in West Virginia with COVID, 23 in the ICU units and 9 on ventilators. You can see all the counties are green, which is really good. We want to absolutely just blanket our state with green and stay that way. The way we can assure ourselves of helping out an awful lot on that is get your booster shots. These Omicron booster shots are extremely vital to the 50 and older. You can get them, if you're 12 and older, but absolutely get your booster shot. It is absolutely the right thing to do. We continue to just eke up and everything. Now we're 92.5% of the 65 and older that have had at least one shot. You can see the movement. The movement's not fast, but it's steady. And absolutely that warrants us being here and telling you over and over and over about getting vaccinated, getting your booster shots, being respectful of all those, whether they decide to have the vaccines or not have the vaccines. That's our freedoms. That's what's made us as good as we are in every way. So, but absolutely, please, it's going to be my job to be able to tell you as best I possibly can, this is the only way we can combat this at this time. It's going to get colder. It's beautiful outside today, but it's going to get colder. And when it does, we're going to be indoors, and without any question, it's going to make it tougher, or easier rather, for this to be transmitted amongst all of us. So please consider your booster shots, especially if you're 50 and older, and please absolutely consider vaccination. The vaccine calculator is up, and it's on our website. It'll tell you when to be able to it'll remind you about getting your booster shot. All the COVID-19 vaccine info line is up on our website. 39 outbreaks in our long-term care facilities, that's good. Or surely down. Our church community has 0. Corrections, 33 inmates and 10 staff cases. Again, congratulations, corrections. In regard to the homeowner assistance program, it's still available. Real dollars, significant dollars. Call us and let's see if we can get you qualified. I remind you over and over about giving blood. Check with your physician, and if they say go, think hard about it. Amendment 2 is coming up. We have been crisscrossing across this state in every way. It's not to pick a food fight. It's just very, very simply. I really believe that you were not told the truth. I believe that you were tricked. I believe you were tricked into believing that Amendment 2 was about a car tax or getting rid of your car tax. And I've got a methodology, a way to get rid of your car tax forever without changing the Constitution. Amendment 2 is about one thing, and that is a gigantic power grab and move everything to Charleston. Take away your local control. Take away your independence. Absolutely take away your rights. Turn your back on your counties from the standpoint of your policemen and your firemen, your seniors, your absolute sports groups. Turn your back on your schools. That's not us. That's not us at all. My Republican values tell me just one thing. You, the people, local control is always the best. Why do we want Charleston to have control of all your destiny? Why do we want to do that? And at the end of the day, we will come upon a bump in the road. And when we do, the counties will not be able to be funded, not at the level that they are right now with a guaranteed income stream. Absolutely, with all in me, this is a gigantic mistake. It will stop forevermore, the possibility of reducing your personal income tax. And I will guarantee you just this. Who wins? Who wins in this? It's people like me. Like me, it will benefit the companies and my family to the tune of millions of dollars. And I'm telling you, don't do it. You see, I didn't sign on for this for me. I signed on for this for you. And without any question, the people that are out there that are hurting with inflation today, and absolutely so many are, $5 gasoline, groceries at where they are, without any question, is this helping you? Absolutely, I can get rid of your car tax and I will. Beyond that, is this helping you? Or is it helping gigantic corporations, the Walmarts, absolutely the Dow Chemicals, and so on and so on? Is it helping you? Will it drive business to West Virginia? Why would you think it would drive business if your governor's sitting right here telling you that over and over and over, whether they be Berkshire Hathaway, they be Pure Watercraft, they be Green Power, Nucor, on and on and on. Never have I had a business come to me and say, I'd come to West Virginia if you'd get rid of your machinery and inventory tax. Absolutely, this is a bad move. And absolutely, you need to vote no, 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 no on anything to do with Amendment 2, because it is absolutely nothing but a power grab to Charleston, and you'll regret it forever and ever and ever. All I can do is tell you. All I can do is tell you. And literally, I'll be respectful of the vote no matter what. I encourage all of you to go vote. There's something at stake here that absolutely is gigantic. It's not small. This is gigantic. And absolutely, with all in me, you should go vote. All of you go vote. Absolutely, it's your right, and it's very, 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 very important that you do just that. Now, from the standpoint of the only other thing that I've got today is, our president is rambling around talking again, saying he's going to shut down all the coal-fired power plants, across the nation and everything. I don't know how to say it any more direct than just this. If President Biden was my dad, I would not let him continue on as the president. I wouldn't let him do it, because absolutely he's struggling. He's struggling in every way. We should be sympathetic to that. But our nation's at risk. Whether it be Afghanistan, the crime across the country, whether it be inflation, whether it be the southern border, whatever it may be. Literally, is the Biden administration getting anything right? Not in my book. Absolutely, with all in me, this country should be on a pathway of total energy independence. Literally, we should embrace the alternatives. We should embrace solar and wind and everything, but it is frivolous. It is absolutely frivolous today to think that we can do without our fossil fuels. And the other thing, it's insulting. It's insulting to the good men and women that have mined our coal forever and a day. Literally, they saved us in World War I, World War II, and on and on and on. Absolutely, it is a shame, and it is insulting to absolutely just turn your back on the people that brung you to the dance. They did. They really, truly did. And they go to work every day, and the risk is high and everything, and there we are just turning our back on them like they're a nothing. Well, they're not a nothing. They're absolutely so much in my life, and I love all of our coal miners and all those in our fossil fuel industries beyond good sense. I want to embrace all, and I want to absolutely move forward in any and every way we can. Maybe someday we'll be able to do without fossil fuels. Maybe someday we will find a way to be able to have our fossil fuels the cleanest and the best of all time. But today, there is no possibility that this world can do without our fossil fuels. No way that West Virginia can either. And to turn our back on these good men and women is just plain wrong. That's all I've got for right now. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Governor. Dr. Ayn Amjad and Secretary Bill Crouch are also joining us today and are available for questions. We'll now go directly to questions from members of the media. The first today from Stephen Adams with Ogden Newspapers.
Stephen, I have no way of doing anything except telling you the truth. I believe if you'd been with me in 33 town halls and all over the place and lots of stuff and everything, what you would see is you would have seen people in the beginning that just didn't know. And now you'd see people that know and they're mad. They're just plain mad because elected officials, their officials, have tried to trick them. That's what you would see. I really believe overwhelmingly this is going to be defeated, and it should be. But irregardless of how it comes out, I've done my job. My job, it was to inform them. Absolutely, they were not informed. And absolutely, it would have passed going away, 85-15. And the people would have never known it. And then all of their rights and all their local control and everything would have been moved to Charleston. They wouldn't have known it. So with all in me, I did what I was supposed to do. I would go out and just sit on my stool and talk to them and take any and every question. I know what is the best interest of West Virginia's future. And without any question, this needs to go down and be defeated. At the end of the day, though, Stephen, what if it passes? If it passes, to be just straight up honest as I could be, it would mean millions of dollars to me personally. It is a crying shame, a crying shame. And if it passes, though, Stephen, I will be respectful of the vote. Absolutely, Stephen. I'm on a short fuse as your governor. A couple more years and they'll go by really, really fast. And when they go by and everything, I'll try with all in me to get along with the folks here, to try to work better and better. I will try to go out and recruit business after business, still more and more businesses to come. And I will keep looking after the store. I think it is my responsibility to mind the store the right way. Absolutely, take care of the finances of this state so that we can have services all across the board, so that we can have, pay raises and take care of PEIA and do the right things for Medicaid and on and on and on. I'll continue to do just that. And I absolutely won't be a child. I'll be a grown-up. I'll be respectful of the people's wishes. And at the end of the day, I will continue to try to work in every way I possibly can. Frankly, Stephen, I think it's going to be defeated overwhelmingly, and I'll be very, very happy about that. But with all in me, regardless of how the election results come out, I absolutely will be the adult in the room, the person that's respectful of the vote, And we got late to the fire, did we not, in regard to this? For a year and a half, there was people moving in the shadows, trying to convince county commissions or school boards or whatever to go with this. But literally, I've only been at this now for about 6 weeks. I think the people really understand as best they can. But we couldn't touch everybody, could we? We couldn't do that. I've done the very best that I know I could possibly do. And it's sure taken a lot of effort and everything, but I'm proud to have been able to do what we've done. Thank you so much for your question, Stephen.
All right, thanks, Stephen. Next to Charles Young with WV News.
Hi, this is Charles Young with WV News. Governor, I wanted to follow up on that. Do you think the past 6 weeks has strained your relationship with lawmakers in the legislature? And do you think that'll have any impact on, next year's session beyond the issues of Amendment 2? Thank you.
Well, Charles, I don't really know exactly how to answer that. Like I said, I'll be the adult in the room all the time. And we will absolutely try with all NOs to work together as best we possibly can. The idea in mind, one of the senators has decided, I voted for this in the beginning, but now really and truly I think the governor's right and I'm going to go another way. And really and truly, what do? We threaten them. We threaten to take their office, or we threaten, to take them off and remove them from committees. We literally have threatened and threatened and threatened. You haven't seen that from me. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be the grown-up in the room. I'm not going to be childish about this, because the people of West Virginia deserve exactly just that. So I hope to goodness that, relationships are not, strained and everything in this situation of, we can say what we want, but literally, we went around for a year and a half and never consulted with me. We went around for a year and a half and tried to convince, county committees, of which overwhelmingly 53 out of 55 counties are saying no. We went around overwhelmingly and tried to convince, our school boards and whatever, and overwhelmingly they are saying no. With all that, not one time did they come to me. Not one time did they come to me and say, Governor, what do you think? What do you think we should do here? Nothing. And then at the end of the day, what did I do? When did the, antennas go up everywhere? I said, let's do a 10% tax cut to our people. Our people are hurting on inflation today. Gas prices are sky high. Grocery prices are sky high. Absolutely, let's do a 10% tax cut. That's what Republicans do. And it stopped. And then all the red flags went up. And then the deeper we dug, the more it stunk. I wasn't invited to the party. I wasn't informed in any way from them. They didn't want me in the deal. So really, at the end of the day, then all I could do is go out and tell the people. Because you see, I'm here for the people of West Virginia. That's what we should all be here for, period. That's the end of the story. We should be here for the people. The people didn't know. Why didn't we come out? Why didn't we come out in the beginning and say, people, what we're voting on here is changing the Constitution, removing local control. But really and truly, if you will allow us to move local control to Charleston, we'll do a better job than your local officials will do, which is hogwash. Why didn't we tell the people what this is all about? We tricked them. We absolutely came out and said, you do this, you'll get rid of your car tax. And you know what we did? Then we strutted around and we bragged about it. We had people everywhere, all over this Capitol complex here and everything saying, because we put that car tax deal with them, the people now have to vote for it. In other words, we bought their vote. It's terrible. It's terrible. I'm not going to be a party to that. I'm going to tell you the truth. And with all in me, don't blame me. Don't blame me at the end of the day when everything blows if this passes. You have the right to shoot it down right now. And I'd get busy. I'd get busy shooting it down, because absolutely this could absolutely be so detrimental to West Virginia and to you, the working families. That's what we're supposed to be here for. That's exactly what we're supposed to be here for. West Virginia is doing fantastic right now. We don't need to blow our own legs off.
All right, thanks, Charles. Governor, back to you.
Well, at the end of the day, you know, I don't know how to say it any better than what I just did. I know I'm really passionate about this, and I urge everyone to get out and vote. And you may not think you've got really important issues on the ballot. I'm telling you, there is nothing in my governorship that is as important as this right here, Amendment 2, and it's got to fail. Please vote no for Amendment 2. Thank you so much.